Boom! What's up, guys? What's up? Anyways, a lot of you guys, a lot of us sometimes be praying a little too much, man. Let me break this down real quick. This is what I was talking. I was chewing on while I was getting my workout in. You know, people be praying too much, man. I think that everything comes down to sacrifice. What you get in life, how far you get in life. Sacrifice is the language of God, and what you are worshiping is what you're sacrificing. What do I mean? Where your eyes are going today, right? What you're staring at, you're sacrificing time, attention, energy. Every second you stare at your phone, every second you're in conversation with somebody, every day you go to work, you're sacrificing time, attention, energy. Your work, your paycheck becomes the best part of you. Why? Because it is what comes out of the machine of your Monday through Friday, of your 9 to 5 in the day. What's that? The best of your time, man. The best of your attention, the best of your energy. The rest is just leftovers, right? So it becomes the best of you. Time, attention, focus. And a lot of us in life, we pray for things that we want, or we believe for things that we want, or we talk about things we want, but we don't make any kind of sacrifices to actually get them to happen, right? Like, how is it that, I'm stronger than most average human beings? I've been sacrificing and not tithing, but investing in this result since the 8th grade, right? Like my entire life. Not my entire life, but like most of my waking adult life, we've been working on a thing. We've been working on being more dangerous pretty much my entire life, right? Since I was a child, with my dad put me in martial arts and then the Marine Corps and on and on and on. We've been working on these different things. And so time, attention, focus, sacrifice, that's how you actually get something to go from the ethereal, energetic, conceptual, this is what I want world into this is what is, right? And everything in your world came from the conceptual, this is what I want, to this is what is world, right? And so this is how you navigate reality. And I find a lot of people in Christendom especially like to pray about things, but then they like to pray like they believe in God, but they live their life as if he doesn't exist, right? So they'll be praying about, oh, please do this, please do that, please do this. But faith without works is dead, and it's impossible to please the Father without faith. So then they end up not actually doing anything to have it come about, not actually doing anything to bring the result. Like they don't really believe. Let me tell you how you know if you're on the actual path, okay? And this will also separate a lot of your friends and a lot of your relationships. Maybe the reason it takes me a week to respond to some of you guys when you just be texting me and checking in and throwing memes and just doing things. Some of you guys have meme groups that respond instantly to them. But anyway, the reality is, at any given point in time, this is how you run a kingdom, right? If you're a kingdom person, at any given point in time, God is the supernatural quadrant of my life. He's my parachute. People be asking me, how come you talk about God so much on your profile? It's because none of you guys are really, really here. Good to go. Because I've already gone through the rejection. I've already gone through the destruction. I've already gone through, not being able to depend on both of my parents. I've already gone through heartbreak. I've already gone through financial absolute obliteration. And you know what I found out? He's the only one who's got my back. Everyone else is here because it's entertaining, or here because it's fun, or here because they like you for the moment, or you know what I mean? And so I'm the type of person, and I think true sons of the kingdom are the types of people that if you rode for me, I'm gonna ride for you. I'm never gonna forget it. I've already gone through the lesson that a lot of people who claim to be your brother and claim to be in your life and claim to have your back and are super down, are gonna hesitate in the doorway when you really need them, and they're gonna somehow kind of just find a way to not be there one way or another when you really need them. I already have gone through those lessons. So I already know who my source and my foundation is. I've already gone through the lesson of, and the one guy that really would be there for you, who really would actually throw down, won't be able to when you need him. And what you're gonna find out, homie, whether you like it or not, whether you have 18 million followers or not, you're gonna find out that there's only really one being that's gonna be there for you in your darkest time, and it's gonna be God. I'm just telling you the future, homie. Life is gonna come at every single one of us, and the guy that doesn't get challenged by life is the one I worry about the most. Is the one I worry about the most, man. Because you might not ever find out the truth. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching some of these shows, there's a show, Special Forces. It's a good show overall. Yeah, it's a good show overall. But they have these celebrities, and they let these celebrities do the easiest imaginable military challenge. And then the veterans who are running the show have to cater to their nasty civilianness, you know, and they're like telling a story about like how when they were young and like this trauma, and like you watch these like steel-faced SF dudes have to be like, yeah, that's really tough. Well, you know, but I'm from that world, so I understand, you know, what you have to become in order to exist in that world. Anyways, I got distracted. Let me get back to what I was gonna say. So the way you know that you're on the path is that you put yourself in a position, and this is what it takes to run a kingdom, and this is why this will guide your relationships and your behavior, and it can act as a barometer to you knowing really how much you believe in God and where you're going in your life. You need to be placing a demand on Him to come through to execute on what it is you're doing in the earth. And if you're not doing that, you're doing everything based on your own knowledge. You're not really living at the razor's edge. And so I interact with people. I'm running a kingdom. At any given moment in that kingdom, I've got 2 to 3 attacks, 2 to 3 people that are coming at me trying to take my stuff, someone trying to like, you know, sue or destroy my reputation because of their emotionalness. I've got massive contracts that are on the horizon. I've got missions that I need to execute on that are pushing myself and my team right to the razor's edge of our capabilities. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm living at full tilt in the red of physical capabilities and supernatural answers and influence. And when you interact with people, normal people, you got to understand, most normal people are not on mission. Most normal people are time wasters. Most normal people want to interact with you because it gives them a little hit of dopamine and significance to like talk with you, like about stuff and some cathartic release about emotions. You know what I mean? And they're not about their father's business. Like they're not on mission. And so what you're gonna find, if you ever get on mission and you ever put yourself in a position where God is your parachute, you pray like you believe in God with all your heart, but you fight like He ain't coming, and then He meets you on the battlefield, you're gonna find that you're operating at a higher level. You're operating, without going into a big rabbit hole, at the third heaven level, and people are constantly trying to pull you down to the sensual, five-sensical, logical, soulish realm of reality when it comes to like what they're seeing, tasting, touching, feeling, and all these different things. And you're over here like, homie, I am literally in the midst of creating supernatural results in this earth to bring my God glory, like I believe I was created to do, in service of as many people as fathomable. And you want me to sit here and talk about like girls or how you feel about something someone said, bro? Like, and some of you dudes, if you're in your 30s, bro, you shouldn't even be talking about girls anymore. Like usually, like when it comes, like some of these dudes hit me up and they got, all they have to do is talk about females, and I'm like, homie, what is your purpose? Like, are you ready even for a female? Do you have a kingdom to bring a female into? Could a woman or a child that you might have look at you and just simply by the law of your being and the way you move and talk and communicate, and if they watched you move around your world, seeing the way people interact with you and respect you, simply just organically understand that you're a respectable man, that you've served so many people and helped so many people by the grace of God, that people honor you wherever you go, that they just know they're in the presence of the type of man that they want to follow and that they want to learn from and that they want to support. Like, are you at that spot yet? Then don't talk to me. Don't talk to me about some chick you met at the bar. You shouldn't even have been at the bar. I love you so much. You should have been at home hammering on becoming the king you're supposed to become so you can serve on your highest levels the women, the children, the tribes, the businesses, the things you're here to create. The real epidemic in the world is men don't know who they are because they don't know whose they are, and they're running around here Peter Panning, acting like children, allowing evil to be propagated in the world and doing much of that evil themselves because they're seeking honor without a path, without understanding what it's there for. Power and honor without purpose is a problem, because as men we actually get given it at a certain age, but we acquire more of it to serve. And if you fall into the trap of making it self-serving, that's what That's where the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, right? Not all evil, but all kinds of evil is the actual translation. And so you start to realize that there's two types of men. There are males. There are like males and you'll go through these phases as you develop, but you'll realize that there's the males that are here that are self-serving. They're like, I'm just gonna go take this, and I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna take this from her, and it's cool, like it feels good, but then you start to realize that you don't really have anything. At a certain point, it just gets to where you're like, okay, well, I'm good at this, and this is kind of like, eh. But then when you realize your life really, when you develop, the maturity happens when you start to be like, man, like, I can serve with this power. And then you start to build a tribe, and then you start to, the Bible says that woman is the glory of man, man is the glory of God, right? Let me just tie this, put a bow on this, and then before I leave. And so what that verse means to me is someone should be able to look at your wife and they should know something about you, right? Woman is the glory of man. Someone should be able to look at your children, they should know something about you, right? Someone should be able to look at your employees and they should know something about you. Someone should be able to look at anything that's under your influence as a man and they should know something about you. For me, it's excellence. I always want them to know excellence. I want them to know humility and excellence and service, the pride we take in service. Those are the things I want, and competence. Like I want them to be like, golly, man, these are some good dudes. And that's the feedback I get, from our clients and things. I want like, man, when you got someone who's super competent, you're going to, and humble at the same time, it's like amazing, right? And that's what we're aiming at, humility, competence, service. You know what I'm saying? They should know something about you, right? Excellence. But when people look at you as a man, they should know something about your God. And that's this whole game. And this is what I mean when I say that you as a man should acquire strength for service. Because to the degree you serve the people who are connected to you, that chose you, and the people that God chose for you, that birthed out of you, to the degree you serve them, the world will see something about you based on the way that they live their lives as a result of being put underneath your charge. That's amazing, buddy. So that's what I was chewing on today, man. And the only way you're going to do that is if you get past living a life based on your capabilities and you get into understanding how to pull down and execute on a life that is supernatural, above your natural capabilities. And that comes through spiritual discipline, masculine spiritual certainty that comes as a result of the grace of God. Let's go. Boom. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons of God.